it.
Hey, Logan.
Just so everybody knows, he actually made it 10 minutes early, and he got his hair done.
It was more like 8 minutes and 52 seconds early.
Yeah, he would have been here.
It was around the 8-minute mark.
Right. I did have to slow down for some deer.
Okay.
And some kittens. Did you see the kittens, Zach? On the side of the road?
I just saw a grease stain.
I did not hit the kittens. I swear to God.
Interesting. I've seen a fox running around the road, but at the end of the day, nobody really cares what we saw on the road, turns out. And your hair looks good. I don't know if this is a new thing, or if I know you're going back to school soon.
I went to a celebration of life earlier, and then I just didn't put on a hat. And every time I do this and then get on a screen, I realize I have a huge fucking forehead.
Yeah, and every time you keep cutting your hair, the hair keeps going
up
more.
It just keeps,
Makes the forehead look really big.
Right.
But it's okay. It's all right for all the big foreheads. Speaking of big foreheads, Producer Zac is in the studio.
Doing stuff like this. Look at that forehead.
Wow.
It's big.
Wow, that is huge.
Not too many wrinkles for 41.
That's a 5-head, my dude.
Exactly. I definitely have a 5-head.
Yeah, so if you see some screens jumping around, Producer Zac is gonna he's back, because he's back producing, so he's gonna be doing some camera stuff. He's just gonna be messing around. So sorry if you get sick of looking at Logan. But either way, we have Toby. He's in the studio. His mustache looking good. He's got a little bit of a beard coming back, and I appreciate that about you. We also have Brandon J McDermott. He's got a great little mustache. He's rocking the Tar Heels attire, and I truly appreciate that about him. Big Tar Heels fan myself. How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing all right.
Trudging along. All right. But they were talking about a game earlier before that they were there. Yeah. Dustin says that Brandon's beard is on fleek.
What does that mean?
I think on point.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't ever imagine me saying fleek.
Isn't that like a Gen Z thing? The on fleek?
No, it's a little earlier than that.
Learn something
I
every
don't
day.
think fleek was used by millennials. I'm pretty certain that's a Gen Z thing.
Must be a Gen Y if it was just a little bit earlier.
Do you guys say Gen Z or do you say Zoomer?
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
I still know lots of boomers, so I can't say zoomers.
Yeah, I don't like Zoomer either. I'm just yeah.
Okay. No, it's good to know either way. But what are we on? We're on episode 151. We're 5 episodes away from 3 years. And we're going to do something really cool. I just haven't decided yet. If anybody has any ideas, let us know. But in today's episode, Glizzy straws in public paddling. All right.
God, I saw that video. I almost sent it to Brandon. I know exactly what video you guys were talking about.
Yes. So for anybody that doesn't know, and I was going to make a joke with Logan because he went to New York City, watched the Yankees game, came back with Peaky Blinders New York City style haircut thing.
Peaky Blinders is not in New York City.
No, but I'm giving. So there's people, Zach, Producer Zac, that actually listen to it. So you have to kind of give a visual. They can't see, just like they can't see you. They can't see Logan when they're only listening. So I'm trying to describe. Doesn't it look like kind of a very short version of a Peaky Blinder?
Yeah, he's like.
Well, I would need him to take his. I need him to take his headphones off and turn his head to side to side.
Okay, let's do the thing. Let's zoom it in.
This way, maybe. This way.
Yeah.
See, that side looks different than the other side.
That's pretty Peaky Blinders because the one side that it comes down to, there's no fading on that really.
Right.
See, Producer Zac, suck it. Not really, because you're in the
I
studio.
was gonna say I can't see it because I'm on the audio only feed.
Oh, yes. I forgot you're not in the same studio. But either way, Logan, he's done it. He's got that, New York style Peaky Blinder. That's what I'm going with.
My hair is on fleek.
Your hair is on fleek, yes.
Maybe not.
Huh.
Shout out Squeak's beard.
Why would you say that was weird? Shout out Squeak's
I don't know.
beard.
I couldn't talk for a second.
That's not good. That's not good for the bite. You want to try it again?
I don't think I do.
Shout out Squeak's beard.
There you go.
Squeak's beard. Shout out Squeak's beard. Yes.
I'm going home.
Already? Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan has been here for 13 minutes and he is ready to go home. But he's going to crack that beer and we're going to have a good time because we're talking about a story that has a little bit of something that I think everybody does truly love. All right. People like hot dogs. Some people call them glizzies. That's going to be a whole thing. People like baseball in the studio. People like beer. I mean, there's something. This article is for a little bit of everybody, and it's gone all over the internet. It's broken the internet a little bit. And if anybody doesn't know, there was a guy. I don't even know the guy's name. Does anybody know the guy's name?
No,
I don't know. He's wearing
wasn't an Asian guy.
I believe so. He didn't have a beard, but I guess that doesn't typically mean
Wow.
he's of Asian descent. He wasn't a child.
Never put those things together. Oh, he's
I mean,
Asian?
how many-
Oh, so he didn't have a beard. Cool.
I mean, how many Asians do you see with a beard? I haven't seen one, unless they had a filter. There we go. The silence because I'm right for
Eric
the first
Gilgee.
time ever.
I know you don't know who that is, but it's a really good friend of mine that ended up having to go to Korea for his last duty assignment.
Okay.
Got out of the military. Now he's got a full beard.
Just because he went to Korea doesn't mean he's Asian.
No, but he said he was.
He is Korean.
Oh, well,
That's why he went there. Anyways,
Right, that's why he
Shout out
chose
to
that
that
for his
guy.
last duty station.
shout out to that guy. He's got a beard. All right. So either way, this guy to be named, I don't know his name, but we're going to try to go through the article. And he had a plaid style Yankees hat on, flex fit. And he was seen taking a hot dog, taking a straw, and then poking a hole through the entire hot dog, and then drinking a beer out of the hot dog and using the hot dog as a straw.
It's not okay.
Brilliant, dumb, and I want to hear from the food guy first because, well, this is what he does.
If I was there, I would say, I don't know what's worse. The fact that I'm guessing he did it for attention. I mean, like, I don't think anybody, even in their wrong mind, is out there thinking, I enjoy taking hot dogs, throwing the bun away, fucking popping a hole in the middle of it and using it as a fucking straw to drink my beer. He did it for attention because he saw how the lady dipping the chicken nuggets and soda got attention. He saw how the dude dipping his whole hot dog in beer, eating it, got attention. He wanted to do it. But what I would have said was, who the fuck wears a plaid fucking Yankees hat, you stupid prick, is what I would have said.
I mean, you could have probably just looked at that. Who,
That's
Went
good.
in a whole
wears
different
it?
direction, didn't it?
who wears a stupid Yankee hat? All right, let's show the video. This is from the NewYorkPost.com. And
I'm looking at this guy saying he has never seen a single viral social media clip.
I agree with you. And he lives with his mother.
I'm
I
going to
don't
go.
know, dude. Look at those kicks, fam.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So not only does he have a nice pair of, what are they, 84s? 83 retro Jordan or the Nikes? I don't know. Either way, somebody looked that up, correct me. This person's wearing Hey Dudes, clearly. And he's got a second beer. All right, this kid's just going just hard on the fingernails. Not sure what's going on there, but Yankees hat. Would you wear it, Toby?
Now, if I'm going to wear a Yankees hat, you can be rest assured it's going to be a regular, traditional Yankees cap.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the red one. You're going to wear it backwards and say you did it all for the nookie.
It's got to be a leather fitted flat brim.
No, I used to have
Shut
a
up.
Yankees cap.
One thing, yeah, wait.
Go ahead.
Go
No, go ahead. No, one thing. We got to get it out.
One thing I will say about this is
Mhm.
this video didn't upset me as much as the other videos did, because when thinking about it, taking a step back, I don't know that the meaty, greasy taste of the inside of the Glizzy. That's right, Toby.
Oh,
With
shit.
beer rushing through it, I don't know if that's going to be bad. I don't know.
It's okay, Brandon.
Ain't
I know
gonna
you
be
use
good.
Glizzy just for attention.
It's on my head, Toby. It's on my head.
So do you know, I got questions after this. Oh, it
Now,
was
the other thing
beer.
is, other people are trying it, and they're saying it's absolutely disgusting.
I mean, look at the. I mean, he's got parts of the hot dog just falling in there, like
yeah.
a like what, like a 3-year-old's grabbing your drink of your water
So
and just.
wrong.
Well,
I just it's sus already trying to take a bite of a Glizzy. Imagine just trying to fucking
Wait, how'd that go again?
no suck down,
He goes, no, no.
suck down some beer through a Glizzy straw. That's
Listen, before you even add the Glizzy straw, who the fuck drinks beer with a straw? Only people who don't do social media and live with their mothers.
wow, okay.
but people
I
who
mean-
live with their mothers in New York City probably can't afford Yankees tickets.
That's actually true.
Let alone row 7. All right, that's where he's sitting, I think, because it was pretty close.
Holy
And there was
shit, yeah.
7 on a seat. Yeah, I mean, surrounded by. So you guys are obviously thinking this was just to get attention, and I'm not disagreeing with you because I think that obviously was probably the end game for him. Not thinking it was going to go as viral as it did, but I mean,
I don't
does he
know.
just assume that people are going to record him and share it all over
Right,
the
like,
internet?
it doesn't look like he's not. It doesn't
No,
look like
I
he's
don't think
searching
I
for
don't
attention.
think he's conscious of anybody around him at all.
Right.
I think this is a standard practice for him.
Okay, so weird fucking people who run off, go to the Super Bowl or whatever game, take their shirts off, get drunk, and run onto the field because they want attention, they want to be seen. And the people do the best they can not to pan the camera to them because sometimes you never know what you're going to see.
Yep.
So is the new thing, instead of doing that or going to the grocery store, opening up ice cream and licking it and closing it and putting it back, is the new thing now going to a ball game and doing something crazy to be seen and then make it viral because they see what happens here? So then, I'm invited on Good Morning America. Am I going to go there, take my shirt off, be a fat man, so now everybody's looking at me, and then just start drinking ranch out of the container? I mean, what's going to be next? I mean, I'm guessing this is going to be one of those piggyback things.
What's wrong with drinking ranch out of the container?
Fam, look. I mean, what's the first ingredient of ranch? Either it's buttermilk, and let me tell you, buttermilk's closer to than it is anything else, and or mayo, and that's even less. Ugh. So I don't know about drinking ranch. Ranch is a good condiment on a salad as a dip for, pizza or. Now listen, wings, pizza. I'm okay with pizza, dipping ranch in pizza. It's a whole other conversation.
No.
Let's put the pineapple in.
Okay, time out. Logan had a fucking can of peas for dinner. Okay, so let's not try to.
Was it a can or was it a bag?
Today was a can.
Okay.
You boil it up with butter.
He likes it in the can.
It's really good.
He likes the pea in the can.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm with Brandon on this. I have no problems with dipping pizza and ranch.
Fair enough. I'm not going to go against. We're not going to get into a pizza argument, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, I don't even want to talk about pizza and pineapples. And let's talk about this weird. So then, next thing you know, you have this guy from the New York Post, Ben Cost, wearing a camo dress shirt, super happy with this nice little mustache, and he did the whole thing. And he said, "Ready, set, suck." So we're gonna leave it at that.
Wow.
I don't know. For me, that's a hard no. I mean, I'm with Logan. Who drinks beer?
Don't drink beer out of a straw.
It
Rule number one.
It flattens
being
it.
a man.
Yeah, it flattens it, and it's
yes. Speaking of straws, not necessarily Glizzy straws. Have you guys used those paper straws?
Fucking
No.
Those suck.
No, I've never. I refuse.
No?
to.
Why would I? I don't care enough about sea turtles for that bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
I am with you on that one.
Like and I'm not exaggerating. They literally dissolve within like 10 minutes, like a little bit. So you can only use it, take it out, like ring it off and set it on the table until you use it again. And you can't just let it sit in your drink.
I had one with a Coca-Cola the other day at the mall, and within 3 minutes, like I'm getting particles of straw in my.
So let's throw this crazy thing out here because maybe we'll go viral for this. I heard that Yankee fan. Well, let's give him a name. Let's not be racist. Let's give him a proper name.
Ted.
Looks like a Ted. All right. So
like Ted to me.
Ted says, you know what?
Or Theodore.
I'm actually protesting to the anti Save the Turtles. And he was given a paper straw at Yankee Stadium, and he said, "Fuck this! I'm going to show them that you should use a hot dog or anything else besides the fact that I'm going to use this to try to save the turtles." So I think this guy actually likes the fact that there's plastic straws, and he's actually out there trying to kill more sea turtles. Fucking Ted.
Yeah.
I think Ted needs to see us shrink.
Yeah. Next best thing is just to come to the game with a turtle's head and then just fucking mouth to mouth the fucking beer out of a.
But that's going to be a little tougher to get into a stadium, I think. Like, hey, what are you doing, sir, with a turtle head? Well, I got a shit, man.
Nothing, man.
I got a turtle head that could choke a donkey. All right, so yeah, I'm a little not annoyed, but this guy should get some credit. I mean, at least this is New York Post, and they don't mention this guy's name once. But Ben Cost from the New York Post is all over this article. Oh, what do you got? A Dream World Coca-Cola? Is it the green screen or is it like a fancy can?
It's a fancy can.
You're muted. Still muted, Toby.
Yeah, no, sorry. Apparently, this is their limited edition, and they say it tastes like a dream.
Ooh, what does a dream
Tastes like hot dog.
Tastes like Diet Coke.
Does it?
But it has all the calories and all of the carbs.
We've talked about Casey's before. Anybody have a Casey's near them at all? Because the reason
I know a guy named Casey.
Mountain Dew not partnered. They made a deal with Casey's where they released a Mountain Dew flavor called Overdrive, and I bought 2 of them for a friend in Florida who loves Mountain Dew. And I'm going to ship them to him because they don't have Casey's in Florida.
Okay.
Sorry,
I haven't
did have
tasted
to-
it because I drink diet soda, but
Is that the grape one?
no, it's like it's not quite red like Code Red, but yeah, I've had.
What is it called?
Because Circle
Overdrive?
K
Mountain Dew
Circle K has
Overdrive.
proprietary
Mountain
grape.
Dew Overdrive.
I would just Google Casey's Mountain Dew Overdrive. You'd probably
I
find
did.
it.
And we're going to go right to Casey's.com.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
And they're selling on eBay for like fucking $8 a 20 ounce.
Jesus. 2,000
That's
calories.
Mountain Dew overpriced.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Ah,
So it's the new citrus-
I'm gonna go suck a beer out of a hot dog.
Oh, you might. Do it. I'm going to go get a hot dog, and Logan's going to suck a beer.
Ah.
Suck it through.
Look at those flavors.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a citrus punch flavor, goes full throttle, thrilling your taste buds with mango, raspberry, and lime.
And Glizzy.
Ooh,
Just a tad salt on the back end with the Gliz.
Huh. Available at participating stores. You can only get them at Casey's. There we go. I like the bottle. I like the look. I'm not a soda guy, but
Yeah.
there we go. So apparently you're not going to try it, so we won't know your review unless it's a little bit of a spoiler that you're going to have on your channel.
You know what? I'll buy another one tomorrow, and I'll try it just for you.
Oh. Oh, thanks, buddy. All right, I'm curious if just based on look, I'm going to say you're going to give it a 5.8. That's my guess. And if you say that, then I'm right. So, but if you don't, that's cool. Yeah, I was thinking back. You said you were going to ship it and all that stuff. Remember the commercial where they were like, "I shipped my pants."
Those are funny.
Oh yeah.
I just shipped my pants.
I shipped my pants too. I don't know what made me think of that. If you guys don't remember, then maybe we're too old. But
Those are funny.
all right, so Jennifer
yeah.
stopped to get her husband some beer tonight. They didn't have what he drinks. Without even thinking about it, I got the Coors Banquet. Yes.
That's a good beer.
Hell yeah. So what is the beer of choice if you're not and there's no judgment here unless you say Coors Light.
I was gonna say Coors Light's just a spit in the face to the Banquet beer.
Why did Coors Light get such a bad rep?
Because it sucks.
I was gonna say the same thing because it sucks.
I mean, there's worse beers out there. There has
No, there
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, yeah.
There's
Well,
much more watered down tasting beers.
and I'm not a fruity beer guy, so like I'd rank a Coors Light over a Blue Moon. Not a Blue Moon guy. And that's just a personal thing, but
I drank some Coors Lights at Yankee Stadium, and
and then got a haircut.
That's the most expensive water beer I've ever had. It was.
You could have just bought a
pointless.
water.
No.
I mean, you did tell that
What?
Ted,
I'm at a
Ted
ball
needs to
game.
go see a shrink.
Why would you do that?
Maybe that's like calling the kettle black, huh? Or maybe you were stuck and you got shrunk, so that's why you're 5'2".
I look really small in this.
You do look super small right now, and I like it.
Kiss my ass.
Interesting. No, we should do not kiss
Hold
your
on,
ass.
I'm gonna get up like this. I'm bigger now.
Wow. All right, shout out to our YouTube members because Logan is
man.
bigger now, and I heard that when you subscribe, he gets bigger now. Nita
I
Autumn,
do.
Meadow Queen, Zac Sweeney, Toby's Army, Bomber 521, Grimlock, Elo, Lalita, Copper John's Beard Company, Richie Tatum, Willie Webbs, You've Been Whacking Off, Rozzy Gardner, and Rob Jones, and Jennifer McCowan. Did I say it right, McCowan? Yeah, pretty sure. If you joined right now, Producer Zac is sitting here, twiddleless thumbs, having a Genesee red eye, ready to
flavor.
put your name in there once you hit that join button. But yeah, he's having that. What's everybody drinking tonight? I got a Miller Latte. Logan's got a Miller Latte. Toby's drinking a Coca-Cola, and Brandon's drinking a 2-liter of Diet Coke.
Just a
for the
single
taste.
liter. It's a
A
single.
little BC.
Oh, Steel Reserve. Unreal. That's his go-to. I went through that, and next thing you know, I almost had to get my gallbladder removed, and I had to go talk to a therapist about drinking too much. That shit, no offense, because like I named my fantasy baseball team after it because it's
You
Steel
did.
Reserve. Holy shit. It's still that name, but I
Right.
don't think I could drink one right now.
The thing with Steel Reserve is it's got like what 8.6, 9.2, something like that. It's fucking
It's a high gravity lager.
yeah. You drink one of them, you're like drinking 4 beers. We used to pound them back in one of my younger days, and we used to figure out that 1 out of every 3 or 4 cans was a quote good can, and
Yes.
which means it was like palatable to where you could drink it, and it was like, okay, this isn't fucking awful, but the
Yeah.
other ones were awful.
Well,
Dude, every single one that I've ever had, they all tasted like
Oh.
skunked beer.
And that shit is dangerous. Adding flavor to it, we drank them straight the fuck up with no tangerine or island punch or strawberry daiquiri. drink
at this.
We just
Piss
put
beer.
flavored vodka in ours.
Are those seltzers or are those are those
They're
beers?
just trying to make it so that that it's actually
Mhm.
palatable. It's like the same thing I tell people. It's called Jack and Coke for a reason, because you rarely, if ever, see anybody drinking Jack straight up.
Yeah.
Because the only way it's palatable is if you add Coke to it.
I do.
Jack is awful.
You also
Oh,
eat fucking
bite
peas
your
straight
tongue.
out of the can.
I eat peas out of a can and I swig Jack Daniels.
Yeah,
Nothing
But-
screams be a man.
the
I
same
guess.
thing.
probably like
Gentleman Jack. is
probably
fine.
loves Fireball too.
Gentleman Jack is good.
Gentleman
I'm
Jack's
not a
delicious.
huge Fireball fan. I'll drink it, but
Some
Gentleman
of
Jack's
them-
great.
Interesting.
Gentleman
Speaking-
Jack is not Jack Daniels.
No.
Correct.
It's you're right.
I got this Jack Bonded that I haven't opened yet.
It's-
I'll let you know how that is.
It's Jacob Danielson.
It's gonna be nice.
Speaking of being a man, manly bands. They're the ones on the ticker. They're unique unique men's wedding bands. All right. And if anybody hasn't checked them out, apparently this is the rumor that because they're big fans of the Beard Law show and every single person that watches it, tomorrow, 25% off on the website for tomorrow. So if you guys want one, yeah, it's pretty cool. They've actually partnered with some people. You can get a Jack Daniels whiskey barrel collection, a Fender guitar, MLB, the official DC collection. They are the coolest wedding bands that I've ever seen, and I'm potentially getting married next year. And I'm going to definitely rock one of these. So if anybody has lost one, needs one, getting married, make sure you check it out. I even heard that code BEARDLOSS works, but if it doesn't, then pay full price. But either way, super cool. And what I truly do love about it is they send the last wingman you'll ever need. They actually send you 2 rings for the price of 1, because if you lose one, apparently that's the thing. Toby was saying he's got to go with some silicone or the silicone kind, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. They use the
Because they
silicone
fall
ring.
off, they get lost, the other ones. But either way, you're not going
Yep.
to lose these, and if you do, then they have your back. So check it out, manlybands.com. All right, what do you guys want to talk about next? You guys want to talk about the paddling?
I'm interested.
The paddle in.
The what?
I do have something in the private chat. If you want to talk about, you can. If not, that's
Ooh.
okay too.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, okay. I just
I
saw
thought that was fun.
I saw the second word. I saw the second word. That is, yeah. So let's jump to this real, and then that'll go through there. So the Missouri school, which I believe you've been whacking off, is from Missouri, so this makes a little bit more sense. And this
makes
isn't
a
a
lot
political
more
show at all, but we're gonna have fun with this one because Missouri school have reinstated the spanking as a punishment. And they've actually had people thank them. The article by news-leader.com says this is in Cassville School. Superintendent job opened up, and Marilyn Johnson said he did not take the superintendent job a year ago with a plan to reinstate corporal punishment. But it's a 1,900 student school, and it's back. He says he has a plan. His plan when I came to Cassville wasn't to be known as the guy who brought corporal punishment back to Cassville. I didn't want to be that, or want that to be my legacy. He still doesn't, but it's something that has happened on his watch, and he is okay with it.
So, for those who aren't aware, corporal punishment, spanking kids, paddling kids, parents can opt in or opt out. Is the thing I read into this. Thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Anybody want to take this one? Otherwise, I'll jump in.
I mean, I'll let you start, but I mean, I'll start my stuff off with this. If my kid's misbehaving, I mean, we would give our kids a pop on the ass when they were younger. You know what? And we've always told them, behave, respect your elders. I mean, as long as it's warranted for unnecessary or outlandish behavior, I'm all for it. But if it's somebody that gets abusive with the right to be able to do it, or they're doing it for something that wouldn't really need it. I mean, if my kids are like really out of control, I'm fine with it. But the moment you start doing it because like, well, you were a minute late to class, now we're gonna have an argument.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that, Brandon.
Not to get too into the woods and keeping this pretty light. I'll just say that there are definitely instances where I would give my child a swat. Playing around at the top of some stairs, playing around with grab a knife from the top of a counter, something silly that he shouldn't be doing, that they need immediate, about to plug their hand into the fucking wall, immediate. Yep. Because like I've said before, life has very harsh consequences that sometimes are final, and it's fucking awful.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there is definitely, I would say that said, to your point, Toby, I do not trust fucking strangers. I don't care if they're fucking educators or administrators. I don't trust people to touch my child or to spank my child, because in the end, you love your children and I love cats, my own cats. I do not love other people's cats, and I do not love other people's children.
That's true.
And I don't know if I would have the ability to, as my own person, to be able to say, okay, this kid has done something terrible, and now I can be objective, so to speak, in swatting the kid or using a paddle to swat the kid and not hurt the kid or whatever. Yeah, there's just too much.
Well, and that's why I added in that end, because I do believe that people have difficulty being objective when it comes to that.
Yep, and I'm curious to see kind of Logan's, although he's probably going to be 10 ply on this because he works at a school. But I'm curious because he does work at a school, so I want his take. But I think I'm for this as long as the rules. I think that they need to kind of lay them out the groundwork, like a tier of things, like, all right, this one, and then I would also probably say, hey, if there's not a committee, but at least a couple people in there. So you don't have that weird superintendent that's just kind of unnecessarily doing that. But I'm not saying that I think the kids need a little bit of fear in their life, but they have to have, consequences for you kick a kid out of school. Oh, darn, I'm kicked out of school. Like, that doesn't really mean anything to them. Like, at least anymore. I'm not saying, we didn't have this in our school, but there was a little bit more consequences, because back in our day, at least where we're from, if you were being an asshole, then unofficially teachers, principals,
you were getting it.
Somebody was going to kick the shit out of you, and there was no penalty for that kid beating the shit out of you. You kind of got what you deserve. But in a school environment and these times, there's a lot of kids that are just complete assholes, and they know they can be assholes, and there's nothing that the school can do about it. Maybe this stops some of those stupid problems.
Yeah. Want to really when I was growing up, you want to put fear into me. Go ahead and let the corporal punishment thing be a thing, but your parent has to show up to do it.
Oh, that would be good.
Hey, we're calling your dad.
What was the worst thing that your dad could say back in the day? I'm coming to school with you tomorrow, and I'm going to sit in the back of the fucking class, right?
Well, I've never gotten. I'm sitting in the back of the class, but I've gotten. It didn't help the fact that my dad was an educator himself, and starting, I want to say it was my 9th grade year, he was a substitute for one of my classes.
Oof!
I got every question I got called on, Mr. Duskin. I'm like, you can just say my name, Dad.
Yeah,
I try to be. Sorry, go ahead, Matt.
Go ahead. I was going to say I'm curious to hear what Logan has to say, and then obviously producer Zac being a wrestling coach in a school district, I'm curious their take as well.
I want to say a couple things. I wrote a whole book about this, not to fucking plug anything. I don't give a shit if you buy a book; it doesn't matter to me. But I wrote a whole book.
Brandon, you can get it on the internet.
A whole book about my childhood trauma of shit I went through. And look, we all got beat when we were kids. We all got, I almost said swaddled, paddled, swatted, whatever you want to call it. We're going to switch from the tree branch. There's definitely a balance, because the thing I hate the most is I used to get hit when I was a kid and I turned out just fine. Yeah. You got hit when you were a kid. Your dad beat the shit out of you, and that trauma had such an impact on you. You recall it 30 years later. Like, so there's good and bad to it. And I've already brought up the potential good that it can help a child with something terrible that's going to happen to them. Yep. But we've said this before, that when a parent is exerting a spanking or a swatting and they're letting go of their anger, it helps them feel better. That child now knows, well, fuck, if dad's yelling, I got to watch out, or I can't tell them everything and I got to hide and not say anything to them. And last thing I want to say also is it's interesting as what I used to think as being a parent to what I am now thinking as a parent. And there's a balance between wanting to be the child's best friend and wanting to be this disciplinarian that just fucking hammers home, this is the way to do it, this is the way to do it, this is the way to do it. Look at any pastor's child you see who lives in a very strict home. What does that child do? They fucking rebel. And all children rebel to some extent, but they super rebel. So I try to see myself as somewhat of a, hey, let's go through life hand in hand, and I'm here to teach you lessons and make sure you understand stuff. And I may not be your best friend, because at some point, like being a boss at work, there has to be that separation, but I'm not here to fucking make you hate life. That's what.
Yeah. My kids would get popped if, like you were saying, they're reaching for a knife or something like that. It was a real quick.
Yeah,
nope.
Don't do that.
And that it's that shock that gets them to go, oh, now they're relating that It's like when you're as horrible as it sounds. It's like when you're training a dog. You got to get it right as they're doing it so that they relate those two things together.
Yeah, which could potentially in school with this one. All right, Logan, working in a school, and I'm not saying that I don't want anybody watching this to be like, oh, Logan says we should bring the paddle back in this school if that's what he goes for. He's just giving his opinion, just like all of us.
I made my kids. I can discipline them. Somebody else touches my kids for like, let's say later on my kids are getting in a fight. If a teacher walks up and grabs him by the arm and yanks him up against the locker real quick to stop something like that, I'm completely okay with that. If my kid is bullying somebody or saying something mean, I'm completely okay with them doing whatever they have to do at that moment to get him to stop or whatever. However, I just think like paddling kids is just no, like not in a school setting. Like you guys were talking about, if a kindergartner or first grader is like, look, light socket, and he's going to put his hand in it. If I'm in that room, I'm going to grab him and yank him away from there. And hopefully that will be enough, but I'm not going to hit someone else's kid on the butt. That's weird.
Even with a paddle that looks like something you would do shots out of.
Yeah. Right. Well, the other thing is though, like, what's the process? And I know we don't know enough about this, right? But like, so you were bad. Into my office. 15 minutes later, they get paddled. Now it's just like a show or something like that. Unless you get it in the act, like a teacher walks up and just boom, knock it off. That has, I think, some validity to it. But if you do something bad and later on your sentence is a paddling, like that's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
my
opinion.
Yeah, they've also went through in this school. Also has banned cell phones, AirPods, Bluetooth headphones, smartwatches from the classroom. They can keep the internet.
Got a whole school full of rebels.
Yeah, the devices in their lockers and cars, they can use them during lunch, but the class environment itself. And so they did say, what is the policy on corporal punishment? And does it include spanking? And then they went through the whole article. If you guys want to, you guys can check it at news-leader.com. And the only corporal punishment allowed is obviously swatting the buttocks with the paddle. How many swings? Somebody said 1 or 2 for younger students and up to 3 for the older students. So each time it's used, the policy requires that there is a written report and detail reasoning and all of that stuff. So
checks and balances.
Yep.
Right.
So I mean, I think they're obviously going to do it the right way. I feel like
our state would never do that.
No, and
no, our state's never going to allow anything close to that. But that's like, how hard is the paddling? Are they going all Ben Affleck Dazed and Confused style on them, or are they like a little kid, like boom, boom, boom? All right, that's enough. Like I remember in pre-first, me and a buddy were talking, and our old teacher, he just like put us over her knee, and I was embarrassed. Like I'm in pre-first. If my parents find out, I'm gonna get in trouble. I remember my buddy goes after, and she's got him over her knee, and it's right in front of the class, and she's hitting, and he is just dying laughing, and she's like hitting him harder and more to get him to stop laughing. And this sadistic little dude is just like, ha, ha, ha! Like, is that gonna work? Like, some of these kids, they're not gonna care.
Toby says, I got questions.
Yes, sir.
What is pre-first?
What the fuck is pre-first?
I'm wondering the same thing.
So so now that we have like pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, second, right? Before, way back when, it was 1986 or 7, whenever I was in there, they just did kindergarten, pre-first, first grade. So instead of having a pre-K, they had pre-first. It was a stepping stone from kindergarten to first grade for kids that, obviously like needed more help. Or people like me who my parents held me back because I was small, and they honestly didn't want me to get hurt walking down the hallway with bigger kids.
Well, now I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually am more accepting of an idea of pre-first between kindergarten and first grade than I am pre-K, because pre-K really is just a glorified babysitter. It's a glorified daycare.
Agree.
Yep.
Because we put Joseph in a preschool or pre-K, whatever you want to call it, and I thought it was fucking useless.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I mean, granted, there's probably some kids that need it, some kids that don't.
Sure.
But I think the pre-first is a great idea. I think some schools, at least around here, they have something that's an in-between to kind of transition them from the half-day setting to the full-day setting, which is kind of like a free babysitter as well. But let's not. It's going to be just a voice. You're not going to see this guy, but I'm curious about wrestling coach and producer Zac. What is your thought on the paddling of these schools?
I think it's a weird sort of projected catharsis more on the frustrations from the faculty and staff than I think it is to actually sort of imbue some sort of pedagogical consequence for acting out in school. I mean,
are you trying to say words that me and Logan can't pronounce? I have no fucking clue what that means, because I'm not trying to say like those were fantastic words. I don't know what they mean, but they sound great.
So,
okay. Like basically what I'm getting at is like, it just seems more like there was a frustrated faculty body that were like, man, I hate this. These kids they're shitty kids. Man, I wish we could do something about it. And
let's punch them.
Yeah, I feel like they found a way to make it legal to punch the shitty kids in school. Like, I mean, I get it. Like you said, I teach. I'm a wrestling coach. And if you want to find a bunch of arrogant, mouthy little sons of bitches, then that's awesome. Then go to like middle school wrestling practice where it's just a bunch of moms. They didn't want their sons in the house anymore running amok. That's where you're going to find some really corporal punishment worthy kids. But I don't know. It just seems like teachers were aggravated. Administrators are aggravated. They're like, let's make it legal to punch these kids. I don't think it's going to actually do anything for the kids. Like if I got a kid in practice that is being a problem, I don't.
You're in wrestling, you can kick his ass, right? Not allegedly.
Yeah, no, like I could say, hey, we're doing, bouldering or something like that, where everybody lines up and he's got to try to survive as long as he could. But like Genesee, it does this new.
No, I get you there.
Yeah, I don't think it's really worth it. I think it's going to feel good for a semester,
right?
And then they're going to realize that they don't care, especially like how.
Well, they're going to adjust in the article too, and again, you guys can read it. They're going to adjust every year. They're going to do this, and I real quick, I think it's going to pretty much the kids that Logan kind of talked about, the kids that are sadistic and laugh at it.
Yeah,
it's not going to do shit for them. But I think overall, if you took out the whole 1,900 students in there, there's probably a good 85-90% that are like, fuck, I am not going to get paddled. 1, embarrassing, like Logan said. 2, don't want to deal with dad and the parents when we get home, even though most parents probably don't really discipline their kids that way. And 3, they just don't want to get paddled in school. It's a weird thing.
But it's going to take this whole thing down. It may not be this first semester. It may not be the semester after that. But it will be. It will be within that administrator's career. They will get the student that's into that.
That's what I'm saying. I would be the kid that's like, oh, please, Mr. Johnson, please. Like, it would fuck him up, dude. He would never hit me again.
Are you going to get
right before they do it? Right before they do it, you pull down your pants so your ass is showing you like, oh, go.
God damn it, Bobby. Are you erect again?
Oh, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to stop there. All
right, he's going to stop there, but we're going to go. We're going to switch this up real quick. And
all right, so Grim, so just so everyone knows, I can't remember who it was, but yes, I've been called Tintin. It is my nickname between some of the kids at school and some other people, and I had no idea who Tintin is. I was like, whatever. They're like, you're Tintin. I was like, great. And then they showed me a picture. And I was like, well, that's good job.
Good job.
Way to use your brain. Yeah, I can't argue it.
Yes, I mean, well done to whoever sent that. I don't know who it was. Somebody sent me that. So, yeah, they sent it to me on Instagram, allegedly. So going back to whatever we were talking about, this is a terrible transition, but South Carolina is looking for a new mascot name. So for anybody that doesn't know, Brandon, what do they go by right now?
Logan's the Gamecocks.
Yes, the Gamecocks. And I'm looking back because I'm pretty sure I have a hat that says game that just says Cox on it somewhere.
Yep. Now,
right. That was the big thing in high school and college, especially high school. Like when we would go to Myrtle Beach, everyone would buy a South Carolina Gamecocks hat that just said Cox on it, and they'd all come back to school. Dude, look at my hat.
Did they make the mistake of leaving it up to social media to name the team.
Yes.
They're stupid.
So not the team. There was the mascot. I think it was like Big Sir Spur or something like that.
Yeah.
Sir Big Spur.
Sir Big Spur, whatever it was.
The most involved mascot in sports.
You may have the article pulled up. I didn't really read too deep into it of why the name doesn't work. It has to do with something like some local business or something. Anyway,
currently named Sir Big Spur. The name must be changed due to a disagreement between the bird's original owners. So you got Mary Snelling and Ron something, the new owners, and then fucking Beth and Van Clark. They're just not getting along, and they're like, Beth and Van are, hey, you can't use this name. This is our cock. You come up with your own name with your own cock.
Toby, how much is a rooster?
Depends upon the breed.
Like, Matt, can you pull it up again?
How much do you think
How
that
much
cock
is that
worth?
rooster?
That's a nice cock.
I mean, if it's a show cock, I'd say easily $250.
You'd like to share
within the budget of a fucking SEC school then.
Yes.
Right.
What's that?
I want to name it.
Said so well within the budget of a fucking SEC school then.
Oh yeah.
Buy your own goddamn chicken, South Carolina.
Dude, I've got one right now that looks exactly like that. They can have it.
Just go drop it off.
So any guesses? I don't think I showed you guys the headline of the article. I want you guys to guess, if you hadn't seen it, what the leading vote is. Because like Toby or Brandon. Oh, go ahead, Brandon.
If you scroll down on that article a little bit, there's a list of the name. Do you want to read from the bottom up maybe? And then
I want you guys to guess first if there's any guesses. But there is a fan vote, and then we're going to go from the 1% to the one that is leading. Toby, do you have any guesses on this? I think everybody else has seen it but you.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, Logan hasn't seen it. You have a guess?
I like the Sir, so I didn't know the name of this thing.
Yeah.
I like Sir Cluck McCoxon.
Okay.
Oh,
Sir Cluck
nice.
McCoxon. That's what I would name it.
I like it.
Thank you.
I like Sir Cockington.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Sir Cockington.
those are pretty decent.
Our rooster's name that looks just like it. His name is Maximilian. They just look fancy, don't they? Like they just look fancy. He's an asshole though. Don't awe that. He's an asshole.
You're a fancy cock.
That is a fancy.
He's
a
a very
fancy
fancy cock.
Is that the one that headbutts your oven?
So
Toby,
you're
no.
saying,
Those are giant roosters. Those are.
You're saying Toby. You're saying your fancy cock is a prick.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. Here's the mascot voting by the state. 1%, 31 votes. Mr. Chicken Scratch. Understand why that's low.
Okay. Yeah.
Coming in at 2%, 70 votes. Marco Polo.
Pollo.
Pollo.
I
get it.
Better for chicken.
All right. It's still dumb. 3%, 90. Captain Cluck. Fucking dumb.
There,
Come on.
you got the cluck in there. All right.
I would expect this from Florida, but come on, South Carolina. You're a little above what's going on down there. Coming in at 5%, 133 votes. Cock-a-doodle dude.
Doodle dude.
I get that
right.
one. I like.
That's
I like
a bunch
the
of frat
fun
boys
side of
drinking.
that.
That's pretty good. Yep.
Cock-a-doodle dude. All right. Coming in at 5%, also with 133 votes. Kickin' Chicken.
Nah,
That's a good one too, especially if you know anything about roosters.
They could change their. Do you have any Sponge fans in the audience? We could change that to Sponge song.
Do you know? There you go, Matt. Do you know why I love the top 5? Because this is starting to get to like the blue hair, serious people who are like, okay, now here are the names that I think I'm going to vote for. I think this would be a good name for our mascot.
Yep. And what I love most about it is there's 3 at 5%, and they're terrible at fucking math because 5% 133, 5% 133, 5% 148 votes. So whoever did the math on this, I mean, come on, Excel in those will do the math for you. But either way, apparently still coming at 5%, even though they meant probably 6-point-something%, is Brewster.
Brewster?
Brooster. And if I said it wrong, Producer Zac would have corrected me. He's right next to me, and he's very good at reading and fancy words. What was that one fancy word you said?
Pedagogical.
Yeah, I had a pedagogical.
Basically, just means teaching or to do with teaching.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's not where they put a finger. Anyways, moving on to 7% at 203 and 7% at 197 votes. Still really good math. Number 197, General.
Just general.
General.
That's generally stupid.
This is my favorite one coming up.
Lame.
I mean, I can kind of see it because the quarterback is called the field general. So I mean,
Yeah, but you're South Carolina.
Or General Tso's chicken.
See, that would have been good. General Tso. All right.
General Clowney's chicken.
Okay, coming in at number 7, producer Zac's favorite, Cluck Norris.
Yes, there it is.
Yes, that's a good
generic.
one.
I think I've heard that one a lot.
It is really generic, but that's a good one.
I think so.
That one even made the wife smile.
Coming in at 9%, 252 votes. I think it's 11%, but we'll let it go. Coop or Cooper? Chicken Coop?
Nah. That's a dog's name.
I mean,
yeah, Coop is
Mr. Cooper. I don't love it.
like your best friend or your dog.
Yes.
Right.
Which, all right, but in a whopping 57% of votes, 1,662. Brandon, what did they call it coming in at the leading vote right now?
Cock Commander.
There it is.
Fuck it. And I want to tell you right now, if they choose, if they let them name Cock Commander, I will have that be my secondary college football team that I cheer for the rest of my life.
I will buy a Cock Commander shirt probably for all the boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
It's a Finley collab all day.
Yep, Finley hats. If you're watching this, you need to get with them and put the Cock Commander with a big rooster. You will sell. I mean, you sell out every Friday at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Before it finalizes, I should make a shirt that already says that with a picture of my rooster, which looks just like their rooster.
Yep.
And then turn around and be like, hey, you can't just steal my design.
Why don't we just get a hold of the Gamecocks and tell them, hey, we got some shit for you. We're going to make you famous.
Cockcommander.com's already taken. I tried to go buy it real quick. It's already gone.
Cockcommander.com is already taken?
I mean, it should be, right?
What came up on your internet?
No, you go to the place to buy them. And so if I wanted to make
you gotta get .edu.
Type in cockcommander.com and see what you get.
Your FBI guy is like, well, here we go.
All right, do the thing.
I got an error. Website not available. Access denied. You have not paid your premiums.
Yeah, I was gonna say that has to be. All right, so we got that's good. Thank you for sending it over, Brandon. And that's a good one. Squeak says it's a football team that hasn't been good in 20 years. We got some other good ones. So yeah, I feel like they should allow us to enter a couple of names because we're definitely way more creative than apparently the entire state of South Carolina. But let's jump over to the picker wheel. We spun something, I believe, last week, and I believe I didn't write it down. So
while this is spinning, let it be known that cockdestroyer.com is for sale by a man in Mesa, Arizona.
Well, I'm glad you're searching that on my browser.
Cockcommander.edu. That's the one you need.
No, that's not how you search them.
Oh God, don't just type it in, bro.
All right, no more typing cock in the browser. I will.
Well, that browser's ruined forever, man. You're gonna have to reformat that whole hard drive.
Matt's the computer smoking.
We've only used that computer for like 4 episodes, and now I gotta wipe the whole thing. Anyways, let's spin the
guy on Meatspin.
This is Logan's new wallpaper, by the way.
Come on.
I can't stop looking at it. All right. If anybody else has any other funny pictures of Logan, you want to do a comparison, make sure you send those over to Logan@beardlaws.com. We'll show all of them next week. You know what else is pretty cool? I didn't really plan on this, but I just got these.
Look at your tiny hands behind me.
Yeah. Pop Darts came out with a USA Pro Pack, and these things are fucking killer. Red, white, and blue. And if you guys are looking for one, they're limited edition. These things are awesome. You can use code BeardLaws10 or something like that. I don't know. BeardLaws10. Save 20%. I don't know why they did that and put 10% for 20 off, but you get 20% off. And guess how much I make on it?
10.
0.
Oh.
I'm really good at negotiating. But either way, they're cool. It's fun. And I didn't expect to really have anybody use my code. And I looked the other day, and I've sold almost $1,500 worth for them. So Pop Darts sent me a fucking t-shirt or something. But either way, check them out, popdarts.com. Super cool. And let's spin the picker wheel. Brandon or Zach, do you guys remember what we spun last week?
Oh, shit. I do, but I don't.
Oh, then you don't. I mean, you could just say I don't. All right, we're going to spin.
That's not, man, think about it. That's not even affiliate status at this point. If you're just not getting anything.
Oh, is this the one we can do in 11 minutes, or is this for next week?
Favorite Johnny Depp film?
Ooh, I just watched a Johnny Depp film last night.
You can say Percolox, but you can't say Johnny Depp.
It's because I was staring at Logan on the monitor. For that
one. Do you think we can do this one quickly, 11 minutes, or do you want to save that for next week?
Toby,
I don't think it'd be real difficult.
I can throw my piece in.
All right, throw your piece in. Go.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I mean, just top down. It's from my favorite author. It's one of my favorite films and my favorite actors. And it's an appropriate place to park my car on any given day.
Okay.
Elizabeth Shue's in that, right? Isn't that Elizabeth Shue?
I don't know any female. I don't know if there is any even females in that movie aside from just extras.
Think there is. I could be wrong. Anyways.
Okay. All right. You go. You can go, Logan.
Oh man.
Or if you're not ready,
give me a second. I'm trying to think of the title. I'll look it up. Hold on.
Okay. All right. Toby.
Black Mass. Absolutely loved that movie. What a great job.
Well done.
Truly, like, he had parts where you just like legit looked at him, and his face would become stoic, and the voice that he was using, and everything, like you could actually see him playing that character, and you're just like, God damn, like he got scary at points.
Yeah. Okay. Brandon.
I generally think you cannot go wrong with any of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. It's great that it's one of those movies you can just turn on during a Thanksgiving, talk with your fucking family for 45 minutes, jump in and watch a scene and be like, this is good. Not the greatest film by any means, but my favorite from him is Secret Window. And everybody hated that one.
Yeah. Another good window. That was another really good one.
The critics hated it. I mean, it didn't seem to do very well, but I loved it.
Fuck the Detroit Lions. I want to watch Pirates of the Caribbean on Thanksgiving.
There you go.
That's a new thing that you're going to start. I'm going to go Edward
Tradition shame here.
Edward Scissorhands is mine.
Yeah, it's a good one. Of course.
I liked it.
One.
I
also really like Sweeney Todd.
Yes, Sweeney Todd is really good.
Is Sweeney Todd related to you?
Oh man, I've never heard that one before, Matt. That's such a good one.
Have you guys seen
oh my god.
It wasn't called the
I was bullied into being Sweeney Todd for Halloween 2 years in a row.
Wow.
Public Enemies.
Nick Pod Crane.
It's a good movie though.
Okay, what are you saying, Logan?
Public Enemies is good. What's Eating Gilbert Grape and Donnie Brasco. Those are all like Donnie Brasco's fantastic.
I've never seen Sweeney Todd.
No, it's good.
It is
Tim Burton.
It is a musical.
It's good. It's a good musical.
In 2007, I was in a very drunken blur for the next
same, but I was singing show tunes.
So so that's why I said the joke. I didn't know what Sweeney Todd was. So.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Okay. I've never seen it. Never even knew it was a movie.
Oh, okay.
No. So I get one free pass.
You.
All right.
I take back my mocking tone.
No, I'm sure you have heard it a lot, I guess. But the fact that you were that for Halloween for 2 years, that's on you.
I mean, if I'm going to be honest, when we're talking about Johnny Depp movies, there's not too many that I've seen him even in that weren't enjoyable for me to watch.
Right, he's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Is there one that just pops in mind that you just were like, fuck that Johnny Depp movie?
I didn't like the fucking Willy Wonka version with him in it.
He was a little creepy.
Yeah, that sucks.
But the bummer is that's more true to the book than the Gene Wilder version is.
It is.
But Roald Dahl is also very suspect of the person. So.
I also want to say one thing. I don't give two fucks about books compared to movies. I hate those people who say stuff like that. Do you know what book was better than the movie? Fucking Forrest Gump. Had nothing to do with the movie. But
right, that's true. I read that book and they're completely different.
I mean, it some similarities, but it was very different.
Yeah.
Is that a ranker?
Yeah, I've only read 2 books in my entire life, and they were both the Tucker Max books. Moving on, ScreenRant.com actually ranks them from apparently the worst to the best, and the worst that they had. How the hell you say that word, Zach?
Mordecai.
That's how you say that?
Yeah.
Great mustache.
I liked Mordecai.
Oh, they had Lone Rangers.
It wasn't his best.
I was taking a film class when Lone Ranger came out, and we wasted 2 whole classes on just the teacher and this other group of guys just absolutely fucking torching that movie.
No shit.
Yep.
I like that one too. See, I watch movies just to like. Am I entertained by it? Yeah. All right, then I thought it was a good movie.
Any guesses on what their number one was on ScreenRant.com?
Heard of that.
Gilbert Grape.
Ed Wood.
Oh, Ed Wood.
Ed Wood. That's what they have as number one. Number two was Edward Scissorhands. 3 was Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, Donnie Brasco, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Public Enemies, really Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Benny and June, Dead Man, and number 10 was Crybaby.
Crybaby. Oh my God, I almost forgot. Another musical, another good movie though.
Yeah, so that's what they had as their top ones. Not bad, I guess. I haven't seen really any of them. Not a movie guy.
I would have thought that they would have put Dark Shadows as worse off than Mordecai.
Dark Shadows was like middle of that list. I saw a clip. I saw a
that got a lot of hate.
There we go.
I'm looking at Ed Wood. Ed Wood was a weird movie.
I don't remember it.
Well, Ed Wood was fucking weird. You're talking about the guy that made
the filmmaker,
one of the worst movies of all time, Plan 9.
Oh, I thought we were talking about The Room, Tony Wiseau.
Yep, there we go.
There it is.
Tommy Wiseau, sorry, not Tony.
All right, let's do another spin. If it's a quick one, we'll do the thing. If it's a long one, then I don't know what we'll do. This is fun. I love the picker wheel. What do we got here?
Fuck Steve Martin.
Oh, we're back at this. We can't answer this one in 3 minutes.
No, we can't.
I think we already hashed it out. I think Logan just wants to shit on Steve Martin's face.
I don't want to get that close to him.
That'd be better than watching.
He's across the road. I'd shit in my hand and throw it at him.
Robin Williams and Steve Martin favorite film?
That's what was on there.
One for each of them?
I'm guessing so.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's how we morphed into that.
I don't know if I can name a Steve. Cheaper by the dozen.
We'll do that next week.
I was going to say, I don't remember them being in a movie together.
Admittedly, every time I hear Steve Martin's name, I think of the movie Airplane, which is not Steve Martin. I can't remember that guy's name.
Leslie Nielsen?
Yes.
Waiting for
Leslie
Nielsen.
Godot? Exponentially funnier than Steve Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Also falls victim to being an old white dude with white hair that wears suits all the time.
But started off as a very serious actor.
Which one?
Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, I only know Airplane.
So apparently Steve Martin and Robin Williams in Waiting for Godot, or however the hell you say
Waiting for Godot.
Did you watch any of the Naked Guns?
No. Yeah, Zach, you never saw the Naked Guns? Those are fantastic. Funny.
Interesting. All right, yeah. So we'll talk about that next week. Let's spin one and see what do we got. We got 3 minutes. There's got to be something on here. That'll
gotta
spin.
be.
Gotta be.
Come on, big money, Pat. Big money.
Try to read the picker wheel before it spins. Okay.
I feel like this could be a quick one. I feel like we've almost done this before. But favorite and least favorite Mayo. I know we've talked about Mayo brands. Let's go with our favorite and our least favorite mayonnaise. I'll go first. Hellman's favorite. Anything like a cheap, like Aldi Save-A-Lot mayonnaise, just not a huge fan of it. Like a store brand. That's mine.
I've never had Duke's because I'm not from the South, so I can't judge it. I'm with Matt when it just generally speaking, you cannot go when it comes to condiments. You cannot go off brand. You have to go on brand when it comes to condiments, with maybe the exception of being peanut butter. But other than that, I don't know. Yep. So I would go Hellman's or Miracle Whip. It don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of mayo, to be honest with you, but I'll eat it.
Yeah. If we're gonna go, let's hear. So since I moved to the South, pretty much everything here is Duke's. Like it's even hard to find other stuff that's not off-brand. But I'll go with Duke's and Hellman's. They both are about similar to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also agree. Anything off-brand is not. You avoid it. I also like Miracle Whip, so I don't. Just depends upon what I'm using it on is going to determine what I use.
Yeah. Fair. Logan? No mayonnaise on your piece?
I love deviled eggs, but mayonnaise can kiss my ass.
Wait a minute. It's vegan
that's
mayo?
The only thing I'll eat mayonnaise in is if it's in a deviled egg. Otherwise, I don't want mayonnaise anywhere near me. Mayonnaise, okay? Nope, don't want it. It's disgusting. It is.
But he would let a man come on him, which is weird.
That's not even remotely true.
I don't know. Your hair.
Just the immediate head turn. How dare you, sir?
Jesus fuck! What did I do to you guys?
Now we're you skipped the last 5 episodes. One sprinkled in. Anyways, producer Zac. Producer Zach's doing one of these like
mayonnaise is disgusting.
Tynan, can we get that clip where Logan just says, "I like deviled eggs"? Oh fucking pause. No.
You're not a mayonnaise guy.
Beat. I love deviled eggs. Beat. Fuck.
Gotta get him with Schmo Yoho and fucking have him like I love turtles.
There was a lot of kids and not a lot of money. I ate a lot of off-brand everything. I like Berman's fucking mayonnaise from Aldi's. I'm not a Miracle Whip guy. One of my least favorite memories is I came home shit-faced after watching when the WWE came to Ogdensburg, New York, and played in the dome here.
Was that the time the guy stole all the money?
Yeah. And I came home kind of drunk because we were crushing some beers in the parking lot before the professional wrestling thing. Came home.
All right, wrap this up.
Made a tuna and pickle sandwich. Didn't realize my drunk ass was Miracle Whip. He took a big bite, threw up in my mom's sink. Oh. Yeah, she doesn't have a garbage disposal. But yeah, Hellman's.
All of that to finish off with, Hellman's.
And I fucking love deviled eggs.
He does. All right, so
love deviled eggs.
What I love is every single person that took some time out of their busy day to watch this. You fellas for coming in here and there. And Logan, give us an outro.
Mayonnaise. Fuck no. Deviled eggs. Fuck yeah.
We'll see everybody next week. You can say bye.
Peace.
Goodbye.